heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Hello everybody, Lady Cheryl here. I'm out in the greenhouse checking on everything, and the two improved my lemons trees that I have that are dwarf are doing really well, and the two dwarf Mexican key lime trees are doing well. I'm gonna walk over there and get closer so I can show you that they are loaded with new blooms, as you can see, and these blooms are falling off and they're turning into fruit. And we have a lot of nice sized fruit. Okay, that's soft. Some over there that's still on the tree. I harvested most of the lemons. Wandering Jew is growing like crazy. And the pepper plants over here, all down Pepper Place, that I tried to put into dormancy, they're still putting out new blooms. And we're gonna get a lot of more peppers in a couple of months from this whole row of peppers. Look at there. Isn't that beautiful? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 peppers are pushing out from this one little plant. And this one I think has even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I probably missed some of them, guys. Okay, so it's doing really, really well. Okay, now I'm gonna go over here and show you the tomatoes. I think I showed them to you last time. These are not forming well because of fluctuation in the temperature, but it's okay. They taste the same. That's the main thing. And this is the Miho Satsuma. Might need a little nutrition. I'll bring something out the next time I come out here. I'll bring some comfrey tea that I've been fermenting since the spring. And this plant is pushing out. This one is the 5-year-old plant, and you can see the peppers are forming here and here, here, all over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 peppers on this one little branch. So yeah, it doesn't want to go into dormancy because it's pushing out new growth. Always remember, when you heavily prune your pepper plants, the branches will either go into dormancy or they'll push out more and even more peppers. What's happening to the plants, I may have to remove some of them when they're small so they won't break the branch with too much weight. Okay, let me show you something else. Pepper plant that I had Brian to prune all the way back. And look right there, guys. That's new growth. That's new growth. So it's going to be putting on some branches too. I was hoping that I could keep them like that until February or March, but I'll take it any way it comes. One thing I've noticed about the greenhouse, it doesn't have as much condensation as it usually have with the one piece, and that's because it has these little holes where you use the elastic fasteners to connect the parts. And I like the little grommet so much that I purchased a kit. And if I get a lot of condensation this winter, I'm going to make some more holes along the covers to give it a little bit more ventilation. This is the time of year that I get that terrible powdery mildew fungus in a liquid form because of the high humidity. So this is the time of year that I gotta really fight it before it happens. And I really believe this little air, if I keep on, I can see my fingers inside of the greenhouse. That gives it a little more ventilation than the other green covers that I have used in the past. Okay. Each year I strive to get better and better with that fungus. Last year wasn't too bad, but this year I want to knock it out. And I'm hoping with the extra ventilation and the serenade, that 1-2 punch will knock it out for good. Okay. Let me show you something else. Our pansies are doing good outside. And there's a tulip coming up. And some weeds. The weather is so fickle. It could be real cold one day, you know, like in the 30s, 40s, and then 70s the next day. These are all weeds. But the pansies sure do look pretty out here this time of the year. My raised garden beds are doing very well. I've given a lot of greens away. I've cooked a lot of greens. It's still amazing how much I have left to can. And over here, my spinach is doing well. Beets and cylinder beets, radish, golden beets, and what is it? Swiss chard right there. All of these are doing good. I love the spinach. And I have 2 trays of spinach in the greenhouse. Now let me share with you what I have in these 3 grow boxes. Over here, I have strawberries and a 1-year-old Swiss chard plant. Crazy. And Bria and I didn't mulch these with straw yet because I wanted to compare this bed and this bed with the other ones I'm getting ready to show you, grow boxes. But they look pretty good. And then this is Swiss chard as well. Now I'm going to go over and show you some more strawberries. Here are the 3 beds that we mulch real good. Can you see them? And since it hasn't been real cold, they look about the same. But I'm going to go ahead and mulch those over there. Let me go in closer so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and do those as well. Because our cold weather hasn't, you know, hit us yet. And if you didn't know, a good companion plant for strawberries is onions. And here are just a couple onions I found growing in my pantry. You can cut the tops off of green onions and they'll keep going, but eventually they're going to go to seed and you'll have the little pods at the top. Okay, now I want to show you the strawberries that I removed from these 3 beds and put into a completely new bed. And I call these beds, they're actually grow boxes. These 3 boxes look a little skimpy now. Like I said, I removed a lot of the strawberries because they were too dense. They didn't have any room to grow. So in the long run, it'll be better for us because we can multiply these. These will take off and grow, and they're going to fill these boxes up just like they were before, especially in the spring when we get warmer weather. Do you all remember about a month ago when I put these crowns in here? Yep, and they're growing, and some of them have even put on leaves. I left them out in the cold. I could have brought them in the greenhouse, but a good time to multiply your strawberries is the winter time in zone 8A, North Texas. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tomorrow during my live chat, we're going to start the germination process of our red Texas Star hibiscus, and I will be bringing you videos more frequently now because I'll be starting a whole lot of other seeds. I hope you can join me. The end. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.